Hi everybody, my name is Lorna Evans and I am a clinical psychotherapist and a yoga teacher. I'm really obsessed with getting as many people doing yoga as possible because it's really great for mental health. And over these videos and over time I'll explain more about why and how. Talking about neuroscience, talking about the brain-body connection, all really cool stuff. However, there are some parts of yoga that are incredibly unsafe and really don't feel okay, especially for the target group, for people who have anxiety, depression and trauma. So over these videos I will be explaining more about this. Welcome today to part 1 of yoga for anxiety and depression. And just getting here, getting your mat out, putting this on YouTube is a big deal, so well done, because it is our responsibility only to take care of our mental health and physical health. So I'm going to invite you to come onto your back and make yourself as comfortable as possible, and just notice if there's anything you can do about where you are now to make yourself feel as comfortable as possible. If anyone has any issues with their lower spine, I would invite you to begin to notice if it feels any different by bringing the feet up and flat and letting the knees fall into each other. Just taking a few moments here to arrive. Palms up or down, you choose, you decide. Beginning to notice the sounds outside of the room. The sounds inside of the room, and noticing the points where your body's in contact with the earth, with the mat, with the carpet, with the grass if you're outside. And what can you do here to make yourself feel more comfortable? So I like to lift my hips, lengthen the lower spine, tuck my shoulder blades in. Just take a moment here. Breathe, eyes open or closed. You choose, you decide. And if you like, and when you're ready, bringing your fingertips onto the tummy. And we're going to deeply inhale through the nostrils, filling the lower belly so it pumps up like you just had a big dinner and a dessert. Exhale. Deeply inhale. Exhale. You may want to lengthen the exhalation. Inhale maybe for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6. Now, if you like, and when you're ready, bringing your hands to your side ribs. And in our mind's eye, we're going to redirect our breath through the nostrils, filling the side ribs, the side gills. You may notice the front ribs floating up, the top ribs. So experiment with this for a few breaths. Again, inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. A longer exhalation. Sometimes I struggle with this, trying to redirect the breath to the side ribs. So one more time. Inhale. 3, 4, exhale for 6. Through the nose or mouth. This time bringing your fingertips to your collarbones. And we're going to inhale for 4. Inflating the upper chest, shoulders, neck area. Exhale for 6. Inhale for 4. And in your mind's eye, holding the breath in the upper chest. Exhale for 6. A longer exhalation. Placing the arms to the side, we're going to inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. Through the nose or mouth, you decide. Again, inhale for 4. And in your mind's eye, inhale, sending the breath to the lower belly, side ribs, upper chest. the 3-part yogic breath. Exhale. One more time. Inhale for 4. Fill the lower belly, side ribs, upper chest. Exhale for 6. And if you like, and when you're ready, just giving your hands a little bit of a shake out. And just having a little wriggle and move. See what's going to make yourself feel more comfortable on the mat. When we inhale, we're going to begin to connect movement with breath. So we're going to inhale. Don't worry about counting for now. Just checking out, do my hands want to go to the floor behind? Maybe a little wider. My shoulders are a bit tight today. Just really checking to create as much space in the body as you can. And on the exhalation, slowly bring it back down. Notice the point where your hands touch the carpet or the floor or the mat. When you're ready to inhale, notice when your body's ready to inhale. Bring the hands up. And you may notice the point here at the top of the inhalation. Just pause for a minute, for a moment. Notice the pause. And when you're ready to exhale, begin to exhale. Maybe keep the eyes open, because we want to really slow the exhalation down. With anxiety, we want to slow down the exhalation. So this time, inhale. Notice the point at the top of the inhalation. When you're ready to exhale, in full awareness, slow it down. You may run out of breath before you get to the bottom, that's fine. But just notice what happens when we slow it down. Even like bam, super slow, half speed. Because we've got a bit of a monkey that jumps around telling us to hurry up, do it quicker, get it done, and go and do something else. Shouldn't be doing this. So one more time. Inhale. Notice the point at the top of that inhalation. You may want to smile, stretch the face muscles out, have a little stretch. When you're ready to exhale, boom, slow it down. Watch the hands slow them down even more. Just notice the point where you touch the floor. And if you like, and when you're ready, just hugging the knees in and have a little rock from side to side. Have a little rock from side to side. So we're massaging the lower spine. Massaging the lower spine. And if you like, and when you're ready, I'd like you to bring into shake your feet, shake your hands. So when we're being anxious, we release all this cortisol and adrenaline, and it goes into our outer joints, okay? So it's like fight or flight, like fight the dinosaur, run from the dinosaur. So really shake it out. So dogs and horses, when they get a fright, notice your dog will have a little shake. Where are we supposed to go and have a shake? Get rid of that adrenaline and cortisol. Shake it a bit more, stop. Shake a bit more, flip your hand in the other direction, and stop. Slowly release back down. And if you like, and when you're ready, slowly coming up to a comfortable seated position. A comfortable seated position. And again, that doesn't have to mean sitting cross-legged. It could be like this, or it could mean I need to put a blanket or a cushion under my hips. What is going to make me feel most comfortable? And it may also mean sitting on a chair. So if you like, and when you're ready, we're going to take our hands in contact with the earth and inhale. You may notice the temperature of the hands or even contact with the skin on either palm. And sometimes we notice and sometimes we don't, and that's okay. Bring it down. Slower down. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Again, you may notice the temperature of the palms. And sometimes we notice and sometimes we don't. Exhale. And if you like, and when you're ready, begin to pull the spine back. curl the spine back. And if you like, and when you're ready, bringing the chest through, lifting the chin, take the gaze up, put a smile on her face, and then pull it back again. So continue with this. You choose the pace. You might want to pull on the knees a little bit, start to loosen some tension. You might want to notice the lengthening at the top of the spine. Lift the chin up, inhale. Exhale. Chin up, inhale. Exhale. Just coming back to neutral. And if you like, and when you're ready, grabbing one hand, any hand, sticking it on the floor. With the other arm, we're going to inhale. Opening up the side ribs. You choose what feels right, looking forward, down, just noticing your neck, lengthening the side of the body. Exhale. Inhale. Other arm comes up. Exhale. Inhale. Notice when your body's ready to exhale, slow that exhalation down. Nose or mouth, you decide. Take that again, inhale. Exhale. And if you like, and when you're ready, just going to move this cushion. We're going to come onto all fours. A regular yoga position that you see on the internet, funnily enough. Okay, so when we're on all fours, and you'll notice that I always, in these videos, I'm like, there's a story about the princess and the pea. And with yoga mats, if you've got 10 of them in the corner, get on top of 10 of them. The reason being is there's nothing spiritual behind that. We just need to protect our knees. So I've been doing this for so long. My knees are a little bit dodgy from lots of church hall wooden floors. So anything you can do to pad your knees and joints, just do it. Okay? So coming onto our hands and knees. Right, so we want to check out that we're not doing this and that we're not doing this. So just check that your wrist is under your armpit. Wrist under armpit. Really stretch the fingers out, lay them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the hips. We just want to check, especially with women, with something to say our hips, put your hips, your knees under your hips, but actually your hips are only about 2 fists. Okay, to get so under your fists there, under your hips. Okay. So if you like, and when you're ready, we're going to inhale, take the gaze up, and if you like, and when you're ready, we're going to exhale, gently pulling the chin to the chest, arching the spine, cat posture. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Again, just notice your neck, and if you any issues there, keep the gaze down. Inhale up. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, arch the spine. Noticing a lengthening along the shoulder blades, a widening. And if this is difficult on your neck, on your wrists, come up onto your fingertips. Okay, different sensation there. Just look after your joints, look after your wrists. So continue with this. Okay. And if you like, and when you're ready, I'm now going to ask you to just take the knees a little wider, and we're going to push our buttocks back to our heels into what we call pose of the child. So this is the resting posture. So this may be, you want to stack your fists and put your forehead on here. You may want to take the hands back and have a rest. You might want to grab a cushion, put your forehead there. You might want to have a little lie on a rolled up blanket or a bolster. So this is to have a rest. And by the way, if this feels like the opposite of rest and you think, oh my God, I can't do this, just lie on your back or sit up, whatever feels more comfortable for you, just do it. So we're going to come into this posture. Just take some easy breaths. And then if you like, and when you're ready, I'd like you to tuck your toes under, and we're going to come back and just sit on our tiptoes. And if you like, and when you're ready, I'd like you to stare at a little mark on the mat and just see if you can keep the belly pulled in, open the front of the body, come into a balance. You may want to keep your hands on the floor for balance, but we want to open the front of the body and have length on the spine. If you like, you may want to bring your hands together to the heart and experiment with putting one elbow in one, I wouldn't know what you call it, at the side of the knee. It's a bit like the leg elbow. Putting it in and balancing here. Breathe. Breathe. Often we forget to breathe when we're doing this. So can we breathe? Can we smile? Can we smile? Okay, great. Just gently letting that go. Coming back onto all fours. And we're going to just gently pull the hips back and take one hand, pull it back along the side of the mat. Inhale up. Beginning to open up the side of the body. So you can even imagine that we're on the beach and this sand, there's a little bit of water here, and I can pull my hands through the water. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Just, if the gaze, just notice your neck where it is today. It may feel a bit strong to be gazing up at your wrist or at your hand. So again, we're going to do that on the other side. So we're going to pull back. Keep your eyes on the fingers. Exhale. Take it up. Inhale. Take it back. Inhale. Take it back. Okay, great. So if you like, and when you're ready, we're going to tuck our toes under, walk back into that balance, a bit like a frog. And if you like, and when you're ready, we're going to slowly push up into a forward standing, forward bend, a standing forward bend. Knees can be bent, and I'd like you to take your weight, I'll move to the centre, to take your weight to the front of your feet, back of your feet, now to the middle. Now pushing through the feet, we're going to inhale and open it up. Inhale. You may notice the temperature of the hands, pull that down. Inhale. Just slow that exhalation down. And if you like, and when you're ready, I invite you to take your feet about 3 or 4 foot apart, and we're going to interlink the fingers at the back. So interlink the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and just take a moment to bring some shoulder rolls in here. So we store a lot of stress, a lot of tension in the shoulders. So really rolling them back. And you choose which direction the shoulders go in. You can want to let go of that. My shoulders feel a bit tense today. Don't want to go a little bit on this side. So you choose in which direction your shoulders go in. You might want to bring them both round. And just take a moment to really squeeze the shoulder blades together. Really, really, really squeeze them. Right into that sweet spot. So it's the opposite of being on a laptop, okay? It's the opposite of feeling depressed and in a ball. Okay, like this. Like this. See this? It's the opposite of that. Okay, so we are reversing this. Okay, and I'd like you to take a moment, just release here, and you may notice your spine lengthening, your shoulders widening, chin parallel with the floor, opening through the front of the body. And if you like, and when you're ready, taking the hands behind, and this time we're going to gently fold forward. Again, just check in with the shoulders if you want to take this over. And gently just put some little movement in from side to side. You'll notice a lengthening in your hamstrings. Just breathe. Breathe. Let the head hang like a mango hanging off a mango tree. Let it be soft, let your knees be soft. Inhale, longer exhalation. And again, inhale. Longer exhalation. Let the hands fall. You may want to take the feet a little wider, and with one hand, I would like you to place the hand on the floor, in front of the face on the floor, and we're going to inhale with the other arm. Take it up. Twist, exhale down. Switch hands. Inhale. Exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Put a slow bend in the knee. Slow bend in the knee. Gently coming up. Coming up. Jump the feet together. Okay, bringing our hands to our hips. I want to begin to make some circles with the hips. So there's usually some hips popping, cracking. Well, I'm the only one in the room, so it's going to be me. So just experiment with what feels good there. You may want to do a figure of 8. So we hold more tension in our hips than we do our shoulders. So we walk around like this sometimes, but how can we really work that into our hips? Sometimes it may be useful just to lean forward, then shoot the hip out one side, then to the other side. So you experiment with that. Okay. And if you like, and when you're ready, bringing the palms together, we're going to inhale. Take it out. If this feels tight on your wrists, just do whatever you need to do just to feel as comfortable as you can. And you choose the pace, the hands coming back together. You'll notice from the outside edges the hands coming in. And notice the point where the hands land with each other at the heart. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Sun breath. Exhale. And slowly release. Taking all of your weight to the front, to the back, to the middle. And I'd like you to take your attention to your belly button. And in this area, I want you to see the bright colour yellow. So that's sun, which we're blessed to have today. Bright yellow at the belly, energy. Pull it back to the spine. Pull it back to the spine. Take your weight in your heels, front of the feet, middle. Just really subtly, hands to the side. Chins parallel with the floor. Breathe. Breathe. Okay. So now we're going to do a triangle posture. So in this triangle posture, we are going to take our feet out about 4 foot and flip 1 foot out to the side. We're going to take our arms out, and the direction that the foot is pointing, that's where we're going to take our gaze over. That middle fingernail, we are going to look over that. So just quickly check out who we're carrying around in the shoulders. Squeeze, 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 and drop. And again, squeeze, 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 and drop. So taking a gaze over that front fingernail, we're going to slowly tip out. So we're not just going to squish down, we are going to lean out. So I want to keep length on this side of the body. As if I'm trying to touch the wall, I'm going to just take this back hand to my hip, because I want to create space at the front of the body in an opening. So I'm going to bring this hand down and really push through the ball of the front foot, outside edge of the back foot. This hand slightly over on the front leg, and take the gaze up. So I'm really opening up the front of the body here. And if it feels right for you, take the arm up. Gaze, depending on your neck, can be top, middle, bottom, whatever feels right for you. The hands aren't just like a piece of lettuce. Hands are boom, like a book, like a slice of wood or a mouse mat, okay? Breathe. Can we breathe here? Can we smile? Can we remember, right, longer exhalations? Longer exhalations. And pushing through our feet, slowly coming up. Bringing the palms together. And we do that on the other side. So flipping the feet. again. Putting the arms out, just squeeze, 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 and drop. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Ooh, maybe squeezing a bit, whatever feels right for you now, and quite nurturing. Drop. Okay, so we're going to go off to this side. So looking over the front fingernail, inhale, forward, down, keeping length on that side, taking the arm up. You can keep it on the hip if that feels authentic and better for you, to really open up through the front of the body. And if it feels okay, take the arm up. Hand, again, is solid. Can we smile? Can we breathe? Can we notice an opening at the front of our body? Triangle posture, pushing up. Excellent. Okay, and joint the feet back together. So now we're going to experiment with a balance. Okay, so this is what you'll see people doing on the internet when they tend to be usually showing off and trying to get more people into their yoga classes. So we are going to plant one foot down on the floor, down on the floor. We're going to do a tree posture, down on the floor. So when we balance, we need our glasses on, which I haven't brought in the room. Usually I need my glasses on to balance, less in there. And we need to find something on the floor to stare at, because we can beautifully stare at the trees, but we can often go over like dominoes. Okay, and if you're in a class, I'd recommend that you maybe turn in a different direction to other people. So take it all our weight into one foot, and with the heel, I'd like you to try a few options. One is taking the heel just above the ankle bone, never on the ankle bone. And the movement here is in the hip. It's a hip movement. So you'll see on the internet people doing this and this and this and this, and that's great, and we'll get to that, but you don't have to. It's all, the movement is the same, the position is the same. So movement in the hip, pulling the belly back, tailbone goes down, opening through the front of the body. You may notice your spine lengthening, the shoulders widening, chin's parallel with the floor. Bringing our hands to our heart. And if you like, and when you're ready, you may want to take the arms up. You may want to move like a tree. You may want to bring your hands together, make a bit of a gun, scooch it up. Whatever feels right for you now, but feel more comfortable. Slowly let that go. And we're going to do that on the other side. So plant the foot down, taking the heel up just above the ankle bone. Noticing the movement in the hip, belly pulls back, opening the front of the body, shoulder blades in, hands to the heart. If you like, and when you're ready, bringing the hands up. Just whatever feels right for you right now. Sometimes this can feel a bit hemmed in. Slowly release. So we're going to just do the next step up on this one, which is we are going to plant our foot in, and this time we're going to take our foot, so the heel goes above the knee bone, okay? Above the knee bone. Above the knee bone. I'm wobbling because I don't have my glasses on. Okay, above the knee bone. Hands to the heart. You really need to stare at something here. Pull the belly in. In yoga, we go two sides, and we'll be walking off a bit wonky. Okay, so again, planting one foot down. You may want to visualise the roots of the tree, and if you do this outside, step off your mat and go on the grass. Or if there's a floor or a wooden floor, connect with that. Notice the temperature, different temperature on the sole of your feet. So find your balance, wherever that may be, ankle, knee, or a little further up. I have slippy trousers on, not great for this either. Hands together. Find something to stare into, a drishti, stare point, a gaze. Belly button pulls back. if you like, and when you're ready, just do what feels good. That might be taking the arms out. It may be keeping the hands at the heart. And slowly release. Well done. I'll invite you now to come down to a comfortable position on your back. Okay, so just notice if you would like the feet flat on the floor to protect the lower back, knees folding in, just to take some relaxing, easy breaths. Eyes open or closed, you choose, you decide. Just feeling gravity pulling through the spine. And if you like, and when you're ready, I'd like you to take your heels, so the less out the side of the mat, the more facing forwards. Arms to the side, palms down, and we're going to gently push into the hands and the soles of the feet and gently lift up the hips. Maybe a couple of inches, you may want to take it some more, slowly lower down. So continue with this movement. So we're going to, you can bring the breath in, so when you inhale, lift. I'm having to lengthen my neck out there. Exhale, so we're going to lower, but we're going to lower, aiming to go vertebrae by vertebrae. So like a pearl necklace being pushed into a sort of velvet cushion, rather than often the visual I have is an ironing board. So we're trying to sort of soften the ironing board. So inhale. When you're ready to exhale, roll that down. And again, inhale. And a longer exhalation. So taking our feet this time a little bit to the side of the mat. And our arms to the side. We're going to just let the knees fall out to one side, and if you like, you might want to take your head in the other direction. Just stay connected, either eyes open or closed. If you like, and when you're ready, bringing the knees up, floating them onto the other side, and taking the head in the other direction. Just being curious about, does this feel different on one side or the other? Because this feels a lot stiffer on one side for me. You may want to do this and bring the breath in. So when you inhale, go over, exhale out. Inhale up, exhale out. You choose, you decide the pace. And you may even want to experiment with taking one arm a little higher and noticing a lengthening in the armpit and the inside of the arm. And again, inhale up and take that down. Inhale up and just hugging the knees in like we did at the beginning. Just gentle hug in. Have a little rock from side to side. Little rock from side to side. And if you like, and when you're ready, just coming up into a comfortable seated position. Just taking a moment for the breath to be natural and settle. Maybe enjoying a lengthening of the spine, opening of the body, and bringing your hands in contact with your knees. Your choice, you may want to experiment with placing the thumb and first finger together, whatever feels right for you. Natural breath. And I'd like you to visualise in your mind's eye, when we inhale, cool white light entering the nostrils. So really noticing the inhalation, the natural inhalation, the coolness of the air, the coolness of that that air as we inhale it through the nostrils. Notice when we exhale, the temperature of the breath may be warmer. So stay with this, noticing. Taking our attention back to the breath. Ultimately our mind will wander. It always does, even for the Buddhas, the monks sitting up under a banyan tree in Nepal. This is the work, to bring it back to just noticing the inhalation and the exhalation. The inhalation through the nostrils and the exhalation. Again, when the mind wanders, which it ultimately will, because we are human and busy and things to do, just pull it back to that breath. It's your choice how long you would like to stay here for. It's called practice for a reason, because sometimes just a minute of this will feel like about 5 hours, and you look at your watch and go, oh my gosh, that's only been a minute. And that's why it's called practice. Bringing the attention back to the air, cool air entering the nostrils. No holding, no tension, no counting. And if you like, and when you're ready, just letting go of that practice and coming down into a comfortable position on the floor for a deeper relaxation. And if you're doing this in the house, you may have things, a blanket or a towel you could wrap up and put under your legs, put a blanket over your cushion over your head. You might want to put socks on, a jumper on, anything you can do to feel more comfortable and warm, because our bodies are going to reduce in temperature now. So lying on your back, palms on the floor, hands facing the ceiling. What can you do to make yourself feel more comfortable right now? And in your mind's eye, I'd like you to see the sole of your right foot. See the sole of your right foot and tell it to relax and let go. See your kneecap. Tell it to release, relax and let go. See the back of your knee. Tell it to release, relax and let go. The right calf. Let it release, relax and let go. You may even want to put tension in the body when I mention it. So again, the right calf, tense, and then tell it to release, relax and let go. The right hip. Feel the right hip is heavy. You may want to tense the right buttock. And now release and let go. Send your mind's eye down to the sole of your left foot. You may want to wiggle your toes. Squeeze that in. And tell it to release and let go. See the top of your left knee. Tell it to release and let go. See the back of your left knee. Tell it to release and let go. See the left calf muscle. You may want to tense it. Now tell it to release and let go. See the left hip. You may want to squeeze into the buttock of the hip, make the hip really tight. And tell it to release and let go. Tense the whole of the right leg. And let it release and let go. Whole of the left leg tense. Tell it to release and let go. Both legs together. And release and let go. See the whole of your spine. The whole of your spine. Now tell it to release and let go. See the area around the belly button. All of the organs inside. Just let them release and let go. The whole of of the front of the body. Release and let go. See the palm of the right hand. Let it release and let go. See the back of the hand. Tell it to release and let go. The whole of the hand make a fist. Bring tension into the whole arm and even into the shoulder. Release and let go. Left palm, see the inside of the left palm with your mind's eye. Tell it to be soft, release and let go. Start to tense the whole of the left arm, make a fist, squeeze into the shoulder, shoulder hold, release and let go. See your throat. Let your throat be soft, release and let go. Give your jaw a waggle. And tell your jaw just to release and let go. Keeping it a couple of millimetres open so your teeth aren't together. See your tongue. Let the tongue sink slowly down the throat. Come away from the top of the mouth. Let the tongue be soft, release and let go. Squeeze the eyes together, super tight. Tell them to release and let go. See the back of the eyes. See the back of the eyes are cool. Let the eyes release and let go. See the right cheek. Release and let go. Left cheek. Release and let go. See the space between the eyebrows. Let the skin be smooth and release and let go. See the top of your head, as if you're able to squeeze all of the hair follicles together. And then let it all relax, release and let go. Take your attention back to the space between the eyebrows. Release and let go. Stay here for as long as you like, as long as feels good for you. Relax. If you like and when you're ready, lick your lips, have a swallow, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Take a deeper breath, and I'd like you to really stretch out and have a bit of a yawn. Have a yawn. There's always a yawn in there. Have a yawn. Slowly hearing the sounds outside of the room, inside of the room. And if you like and when you're ready, just rolling over onto your side and maybe using the upper arm as a pillow. Just taking a moment to notice the energy in your body now you've practiced yoga. Again, just being really proud of ourselves for taking responsibility for our bodies, our physical health and mental health. Just noticing what you need now. What do I need now? If you like and when you're ready, coming into a comfortable seated position, coming back in the space, just whatever you might need to do, just to seal the practice. Hands to the heart. Thank you for today. Great job. First one, I'll be posting another yoga class for anxiety and depression next week with more of a focus on depression. Okay, and the takeaways from today are: with anxiety, we inhale for 4 and we exhale for 6. Inhale for 4. If we're super anxious, we need to blow that out. Okay, so for anxiety, we lengthen the exhalation. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. Okay, have a great day. Take care. Well done.